The next reframe is success and failure are not defined by outward appearance. So this kind of goes a little bit back towards, speaking of those before and after photos and speaking of just how we can get this hyper fixation on if I'm healthy, I will look like this. Or in order to be healthy and be well, I have to hit this goal weight, or I have to have this ideal physique that I see, plastered all over social media or wherever it might be. When I actually ran that through my lens, because I used to think this way all the time. That's totally how I thought too. But I started thinking, what is success really for me? Like really for me at this stage in my life, and the mother that I want to be to my kids, and the wife I want to be to my husband, and the business owner I want to be. It's success. I say some things in the book. It's actually getting dressed without falling into a spiral of negative thoughts about the way I look. Like that's actually more success to me than do I look the way I have idealized myself I want to look. It's actually about the process. I want to get dressed, not fall into a negative shame spiral about myself, and go live my life with my family and my kids. Success for me is putting on a swimsuit and jumping in the pool with my kids instead of hiding under a cover up because I'm so consumed with insecurity about what others might think about me. Right. And again, that's regardless of the size and shape of my body. So it's not, I have to get the swimsuit body before I do that. That's an approach to life. I want to jump in that pool. I want to build that confidence regardless of what the scale says that day. And success is freeing up my headspace that used to be full of rules and, inner critic that is just constantly beating myself up so that I can show up as the best version of myself for my kids, for myself. I can model positive body image and self-care and self-love. So again, it's just about doing some work. And I get into this in the book, but to really start to redefine what success actually looks like for you, not just inheriting what we've been told success looks like on the health and wellness journey.
That's a tough one, but when you get that done, it's a pretty cool place to be.
It's a tough one. And it's, I think sometimes too, we're scared to take away the aesthetic goals because we think then we might be less motivated. I've noticed that in myself or in my clients, but I've found that it's actually when you get to your deeper why, that's when the motivation sticks. That's
Yeah.
when you really start to see and I know you've shared this in your journey of that for you of like, what's your deeper why? What is this really about?
Yeah.
And then there's another reframe, which is it is possible to replace guilt with grace. And so this is another reframe in order to get through the whole rest of the book and get through how to actually make improvements in your health and well-being. We have a saying at Lindy Well that's grace over guilt. We choose grace over guilt. And again, with that all or nothing mentality that so many of us get stuck in, that, oh, shoot, I messed up. I'm going to throw in the towel. I'll start again on Monday, or I'll start again, when school starts, when the kids are back in school or after the holidays, whatever it might be. When we get stuck in that habit, that pattern, we're just piling guilt on ourselves. Like we may not I feel so guilty. I feel like a failure. I feel like I can't ever follow through. And some of this is subconscious, but it builds over time. What we want to do is get to a place where we can say, I can extend self-compassion to myself on this journey. If I skip a workout today, I'm human. This is a part of the journey. This is life, right? I don't actually have to layer on and define myself as a failure or define myself as someone who can never stick to anything. I can actually say, you know what? I had a really busy day. I had meetings that went over. I didn't feel good. My kids were sick, whatever it might be. And I'm going to extend grace to myself and I'm just going to start fresh the next day. And I'm just going to keep starting fresh. And when you have a little mantra like that you can hold on to, it gives you that opportunity to keep moving forward instead of going in these starts and stops that really keep you stuck.